Sophie Cunningham has finally arrived in Indiana, and she went straight to work with Coach Keith Porter, and she also expressed that she is ready to win a championship now with her new team.
I didn't come here for the spotlight. I didn't come here to have more eyes. I came here to win.
Sophie Cunningham has just made a bold and shocking move that's got the entire league talking. After 6 impactful years with the Phoenix Mercury, Sophie has officially joined the Indiana Fever, and she's not just here to play, she's here to win championships. But wait, there's more to this story than just a change of jersey. Sophie isn't just switching teams, she's bringing a fierce mindset, leadership mentality, and an unbreakable competitive spirit that could completely change the Fever's future.
So could Sophie be the Indiana Fever's secret weapon?
In today's video, we'll dive deep into why Sophie made this surprising move, how she plans to dominate the court with her new team, and what this means for the Fever's championship aspirations. Plus, we'll break down her unique playstyle and how it fits into the Fever's game plan. So stick around because you won't want to miss this one. Smash that like button if you're hyped to see Sophie Cunningham take the Fever to the next level, and let's jump right into it.
Sophie Cunningham arriving to Indiana. So we saw a ton of footage online yesterday. She's working on some in and out dribbles, finishes at the rim, front of the rim. Now working on some mid-range pull-ups, a mini step back here.
Sophie Cunningham's decision to leave the Phoenix Mercury after 6 years and join the Indiana Fever has left WNBA fans buzzing. It's a move that not many saw coming, but for Sophie, it was the perfect opportunity to step out of her comfort zone and embrace a fresh challenge. The Indiana Fever have been making calculated moves during the offseason, and bringing in a player like Sophie is a clear statement that they're ready to compete at the highest level. In her own words, Sophie knew it was time to evolve. After years of playing alongside the legendary Diana Taurasi and gaining invaluable experience, she felt the pull to take on a new role, one that demanded leadership and a championship mindset. Sophie's eyes lit up when she heard about Indiana's fast-paced, run-and-gun style under coach Stephanie White. It's the kind of offense where shooters thrive, and for someone as passionate and versatile as Sophie, it was a no-brainer.
I know you said earlier this month that you'd be the screen carpenter to Caitlin Taylor Swift.
That was a joke, but I guess people really took that seriously.
I love it. What excites you about playing with her this year?
I mean, you know, she has changed our game in the best possible way in every way. And so just to be alongside of her and maybe relieve the pressure, being able to shoot and spread the court for her to go do her thing. She's still young, and I think that I've been taken under, Diana took me under her wing, and I've learned a lot from her, and now I hope to kind of do the same for Caitlin if she wants it. I just think the relationship piece is huge, and when you're trying to do something great, it takes everybody, and so I want her to go do her thing, and anything she needs from me, I'm going to be here. But again, I think that, like, just the competitor that I am, I'm fierce, I'm sassy, I stick up for my teammates, stick up for myself, and so sometimes I think that's okay to be feisty and to be yourself. But I'm excited to play in front of the fans. I think that she's drawn a lot of people, not only to Indiana, but to the women's game as a whole, and so just to be a part of something great, just really happy to be here.
But don't get it twisted, Sophie isn't just here for the spotlight. She made it crystal clear that she came to Indiana to win. After years of ups and downs in Phoenix, she's determined to prove herself on a team hungry for success. And with teammates like Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Aja Wilson, and Dewana Bonner, Sophie believes the Fever have the depth, talent, and chemistry to make a serious run for the title. She's ready to do whatever it takes, whether that means being the floor spacer, the gritty defender, or the emotional leader who rallies the team when it matters most. One of the most exciting aspects of Sophie's move is how well she fits into Indiana's vision. The Fever are looking to play fast, space the floor, and hit opponents with relentless energy. That's Sophie's bread and butter, running, gunning, and being a 3-and-D threat that keeps defenders on their toes. Her ability to hit clutch shots and guard multiple positions makes her a versatile weapon on both ends of the floor.
She's unapologetically complimentary of Caitlin, and I do love that, and that should be just a normal thing. If anybody is playing at a high level, you would be complimentary of them. But as we've seen, there has just been this push and pull between media, between fans, between certain players that we saw all last season.
Man, I'm getting old. Don't say I've been in the league for 6 years. Woo!
That's hard to believe, actually.
I know, it flies by, but I'm stoked about this year. I'm really excited for the players, but I'm also excited just for the community and the relationship and the culture that you guys have here.
But it's not just about skills. It's about attitude. Sophie brings a fierce, unfiltered energy that Indiana desperately needs. She's not afraid to get feisty, and she openly embraces that role. From sticking up for her teammates to taking on the toughest assignments, she's got that no one messes with my squad mentality that makes her a natural leader. It's that same fire that made her a fan favorite in Phoenix and is already winning over the Fever faithful. And it's not just her teammates who are feeling the impact, the fans are fired up too. Sophie's arrival has sparked a surge of excitement in Indiana, and her attitude towards building team chemistry is already making waves. From day one, she's emphasized the importance of locker room unity and keeping egos in check. She knows that a tight-knit group.
She played for the Phoenix Mercury, and she played with Diana Taurasi, and she came up under Diana Taurasi.
See, we've had a lot of people going in and out of that program. They've won championships, and so there's just a lot to learn. And
Sophie Cunningham has made it clear she's here to win, and she's not backing down from the challenge. Whether it's draining threes, locking down on defense, or bringing that unmatched passion to the court, Sophie's bold move to Indiana is already paying off. The Fever might just have found their secret weapon, and it's only a matter of time before the rest of the league takes notice. Sophie Cunningham's leadership qualities are undeniable, and that's exactly what the Indiana Fever needed to strengthen their roster. Coming from the Phoenix Mercury, where she spent 6 years learning from one of the greatest in the game, Diana Taurasi, Sophie knows what it takes to compete at the highest level. Taurasi took her under her wing, showing her how to navigate the league and develop a relentless mindset. Now, Sophie is ready to pass on that knowledge and take on a leadership role with the Fever.
you know, I just outwork people. I'm the ultimate competitor. I'm a fierce competitor. I'm a little bit sassy sometimes, you know, which people don't like, but I love. My teammates always love. And to be honest, I spread the court. Like I can shoot the ball. And when you have playmakers who are quick, who are great passers with.
Even from just this interview clip, when the Indiana Fever posted this to their Twitter account, I think has like 800,000 views in 24 hours.
She's not just bringing experience. She's bringing a mentality that Indiana desperately needed. Sophie's competitive fire and fearless attitude are what set her apart. She's unapologetically fierce on the court, never hesitating to stand up for her teammates or herself. That take no prisoners mindset is something the Fever have lacked in recent seasons, and it's a major reason why the team's front office was so eager to bring her on board. One of the most exciting aspects of Sophie's leadership is her willingness to embrace challenges head-on. She's not here to just blend in or go through the motions. She's here to make a statement. In her own words, Sophie is determined to outwork everyone, and she's already setting that standard from day one. Her energy in workouts and practices is contagious, pushing everyone around her to elevate their game.
What was it like to watch from afar what was happening, not just here, but every city the Fever went to?
I love it. And, you know, to be honest, I was just so dialed in. Wherever I'm at, I'm a very present person. I'm where my 2 feet are at. And so I wasn't necessarily paying attention so much to what Indiana was doing. I mean, you hear about it, but now that I've been here, I have been paying a lot more attention to it, and it's crazy, right? Like it's a whirlwind, and there's an adjustment period, not only for her, but for her teammates around her, for Indiana as a whole. But you know, I think it's all really good things, and so it takes a little bit to get adjusted to it. But after that, I mean, come on, it's part of something great that doesn't come around very often, and so if you're not paying attention, I don't know what you're doing.
I like to move. I like to run. I like to dribble and kick. You know what I mean? And so when you see Caitlin, when you see Aaliyah Boston, she's a great passer.
It's not just about raw effort, though. It's about knowing how to lead by example. Sophie understands that leadership means being versatile and adaptable. Whether it's encouraging younger players or holding herself accountable, she's focused on building a culture of trust and respect. That's why she's committed to fostering strong relationships with her teammates, knowing that chemistry off the court translates to success on it. Sophie's ability to be both a vocal leader and a supportive mentor is crucial, especially for a team with a mix of veterans and young talent. Players like Caitlin Clark and Aja Wilson can look to her as a steadying presence when the pressure is on. And let's not forget, Sophie's competitive edge doesn't just come from her fiery nature. It's backed up by her willingness to put in the work. She's not asking her teammates to do anything she wouldn't do herself.
Your initial mindset was, or your initial reaction was, let's win a championship.
Yeah.
What were the things that were like, oh yeah, this is a lock?
You know what? I think that I think that our team right now, like, it's turning heads, and Diana Bonner, getting her was absolutely huge. She was one of my vets when I was a rookie coming in, and she's no one to mess with. I love Natasha Howard. You have Leah Boston. You have Kelsey Mitchell. We just have a squad, and our depth is amazing, and I'm just excited. But to be honest, I think when you have a group that can let go of the egos and you're really just here to win and work hard, I think that's the best type of group, and you're all willing to do the dirty work, and I think that's what I'm most excited about. That's my bread and butter right there, is outwork your opponents and have fun doing it.
Man, we're excited. You know, to be honest, we've been texting a lot. I think my rookie year, there's just a lot of stuff going on in people's personal lives and Phoenix as a whole. And so it's kind of a rough year for everybody. But at the end of the day, she's a champion. She knows her stuff. She's an elite scorer. She has an elite mentality. And so for me to kind of know what I can do in the league now and have my feet underneath me and be able just to have that confidence, I just think we're at different areas in our career for the better. And so for us to finally come back together, her still scoring at such a high elite level, me still learning from her, I think it's going to be really cool for the rookies and the younger classmen to really kind of learn how champions work.
Her mentality also shines through in how she approaches the game strategically. Sophie isn't just focused on scoring or making flashy plays. She's all about doing the little things that contribute to winning. Whether it's diving for loose balls, setting tough screens, or playing lockdown defense, she's willing to embrace the grind. That dedication to the dirty work sets the tone for the entire team and demonstrates the level of commitment she expects from herself and her teammates. What truly sets Sophie apart is her determination to be more than just a player on the court. She wants to be a difference maker in the locker room as well. Her goal is to build a culture where everyone is accountable, supportive, and committed to one common goal: winning a championship. She knows that talent alone isn't enough. It takes a united mindset and a relentless work ethic to compete at the highest level.
I joke around that people say I'm 3-and-D, which I've never really considered myself a defensive player. But I think the past couple of years, you know, I've been able to get my body right. I've been able to bang down low and hold my own. And so I just think when you can get players who are versatile on not only the offensive end, but the defensive end, that's where you win your championships. That's where you make a statement. And so I'm excited to kind of get down and start working hard on the defensive end. I think as a team, we all have to kind of have that mentality, especially if we're trying to get to where we want to go. But you know, I don't know. I think that my length causes some issues sometimes. With the bigger people, I can get into their knees just because I kind of have that strength. But for me, I think that's an area where I could actually improve on. Like, it's funny to me that people are like, oh, she can play some defense. I'm like, oh, I mean, I struggle with that. I know Stephanie White's going to be on me about, you know, getting better in that area. But for me, that's an exciting thing. You know, a big shot is a great energizer. A great pass is a great energizer. But when you can get 3 stops in a row and you get the crowd into it and you frustrate the other team, like, that's the type of stuff that I like.
A lot of Indiana Fever fans, if they're not familiar with Diana Bonner, they will get familiar with her very quickly, because even if she's a little bit more quiet on the court, and we've seen feisty moments from her,
Sophie's leadership style is not just about being the loudest voice in the room. It's about leading with passion, grit, and integrity. She's here to inspire the next generation of Fever players to not only work hard, but also to love the grind and respect the game. It's that combination of intensity and mentorship that could transform the Indiana Fever from underdogs to serious contenders. Sophie Cunningham isn't just bringing leadership to Indiana. She's bringing a championship mindset that the Fever desperately need. From the moment she landed in Indiana, her message was clear. She's here to win. No excuses, no distractions, just pure determination to bring a title to the Fever. That kind of mentality is exactly what separates contenders from pretenders, and Sophie knows it.
Would have been some of maybe your initial conversations with the coaching staff as they maybe discuss what this season could be like, both for the team and for you?
Yeah, I've always been a huge fan of Stephanie White, and I'm not kidding. We in college I played, she coached against me and whatnot, and so we know each other for quite a long time. And since I've been in the league, I was like, hey, when are you gonna coach me? You know, like, it's always just kind of a running joke, and it's been one for the past like 3 or 4 years. And so to finally all kind of come together just at the right time, I'm stoked. I think she's a heck of a coach. I love her offense. I love her approach to games and her approach to her players and the relationship she has with their players. And so I just think that we're gonna do something really special here and moving forward this year. I said that wrong, but this year and moving forward.
In Phoenix, Sophie experienced both the highs and lows of WNBA competition, including deep playoff runs and playing alongside legends. She knows that talent alone doesn't guarantee success. It's about grit, consistency, and relentless effort. That's why she's laser-focused on turning the Fever into a team that refuses to back down, no matter who's on the other side of the court. When asked about joining the Fever, Sophie didn't hold back. She made it clear that she didn't come to Indiana for the spotlight or the hype. She came to win championships. It's a bold statement, but it's backed by her track record of hard work and perseverance. She's not satisfied with just making the play.
In that All-Star game, was that your first interaction with Caitlin, and what was so funny?
Yeah, to be honest, when we first played her, I just think she's had a lot of pressure on her shoulders, and I think a lot of people, no one's walked in her footsteps, and so it's really easy to judge and to say things, but at the end of the day, we all need to empower each other and be there for each other. I think she's done a lot, not only her, but that rookie class. They've brought a lot of attention to our league, and it's needed. Like, this is what we've always wanted, and so why would we not embrace them and make sure they're good? And so when we first played them, I was like, hey, keep doing your thing. Like, you're doing a great job. If you ever need anything, reach out. And then, which is like not like me, normally I'm like, whatever. But and then All-Star game, we were just having fun. I mean, she was playing, I was having a good time on the sideline, and I kind of told her, I was like, hey, you ever want to come to Phoenix, let me know. But that one kind of backfired on me. Now I'm here, which is great.
One of the most impressive aspects of Sophie's approach is her willingness to embrace the dirty work. She's not just about hitting threes or making flashy plays. She's committed to outworking her opponents on every possession. Whether it's hustling on defense, crashing the boards, or diving for loose balls, she's all in. That all-or-nothing mindset is contagious, and it's already setting a new standard for the Fever's locker room.
Sophie's going to add to this team is her ability to space the floor, and having shooters like her and also Lexi Hall like we saw last year, obviously having Caitlin being the shooter on the team.
Sophie knows that building a championship team starts with accountability. She's challenging her teammates to raise their level of commitment and embrace the grind. It's not just about putting in hours at practice. It's about pushing past your limits when fatigue sets in and giving your all on every play. That mindset is what made her a respected competitor in Phoenix, and it's exactly what she plans to instill in Indiana. But it's not just about effort, it's about mental toughness. Sophie understands that champions aren't just physically prepared, they're mentally unbreakable. She's been through the battles, faced tough playoff matchups, and learned how to thrive under pressure. Now she's passing that mentality on to her new teammates, reminding them that it's not just about skill, it's about heart and willpower.
It's huge. And I think any player that you talk to around the league is, you can have the best team, but if you don't have playoff experience, that other team is going to win the majority of the time. And so I think they were really smart about bringing people who are experienced that. They know that we have the firepower to get there, but now you need the experience and the knowledge, and sometimes just like the calmness of how to kind of adjust through playoffs and the mindset, because it is a different beast. You can have a great regular season, but when it comes to playoffs, it's a shift, right? And if you've never been there, you don't know. And so for me, I'm glad I've experienced that. And you don't know what you don't know. Like, I didn't know those were big deals to be in the playoffs and make a deep playoff run. I know it was a big deal to be in the finals and whatnot, but
Sophie's mindset isn't just talk, it's action. From the moment she put on that Fever jersey, she's been pushing herself harder than ever, leading by example and showing her teammates what it means to leave it all on the court. Whether it's a preseason practice or a playoff game, Sophie is locked in and focused on one goal, bringing a championship to Indiana. The Fever are no longer just a team with potential. With Sophie Cunningham in the mix, they're becoming a squad that's determined to demand respect and fight for greatness. Fans can feel it, the league knows it, and Sophie, she's ready to back up her words with results. Sophie Cunningham's arrival in Indiana isn't just about adding experience, it's about bringing a versatile weapon to the Fever's arsenal. Known for her ability to shoot the lights out and play relentless defense, Sophie is exactly the kind of all-around player that can elevate the team's performance on both ends of the floor. One of the first things that stands out about Sophie's game is her ability to space the floor. Indiana's offense is gearing up to be fast-paced, with shooters spreading out to create lanes and open looks. That's where Sophie thrives. Whether it's spotting up in the corner, knocking down pull-up jumpers, or hitting that signature fadeaway, she knows how to keep defenders guessing. Opponents can't afford to leave her open because she'll drain shots from deep without hesitation. But it's not just about shooting. Sophie's impact goes way beyond her scoring touch. She's a scrappy, hard-nosed defender who isn't afraid to get physical and disrupt her opponents. In Phoenix, she earned a reputation as a tough, no-nonsense competitor who could guard multiple positions. That versatility is exactly what the Fever need, especially when facing elite offensive threats around the league. Another element that makes Sophie so dangerous is her basketball IQ. She knows when to cut, how to find open spots on the perimeter, and when to make that extra pass. It's not just about making shots. It's about being in the right place at the right time and keeping the offense flowing. That's why Coach Stephanie White is thrilled to have her on board. Sophie's presence means the Fever can run and gun while staying disciplined, a combination that's hard to pull off but crucial for success. And let's talk about physicality. Sophie isn't just a finesse player. She knows how to bang down low and hold her ground. She's built up her strength over the years and doesn't shy away from contact, which is exactly what the Fever need when battling for rebounds or defending against bigger players. That willingness to embrace the physical side of the game is what sets her apart from more one-dimensional shooters. Sophie's versatility also means she can adapt to different roles, whether coming off the bench as an instant spark or being a go-to option when the starters need a breather. She's made it clear that she doesn't care about her position or minutes, as long as she's contributing to wins. That selflessness is crucial for building chemistry and earning the respect of her teammates. Another reason Sophie's presence is so crucial, her energy is contagious. You can't watch her on the court without feeling the passion and intensity she brings to every play. That's something Indiana struggled with last season, keeping the energy consistent and fighting through tough stretches. With Sophie on the floor, there's no doubt that the Fever will be more aggressive, more resilient, and more unified. Even off the court, Sophie's personality shines through. She's not just about being fierce and competitive. She genuinely wants to build relationships and strengthen the team dynamic. Whether it's cracking jokes during practice or pushing her teammates to keep grinding, she knows how to balance intensity with positivity. That balance is key when you're building a winning culture. One of the most exciting things about adding Sophie to the lineup is how she complements players like Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, and Dewana Bonner. Each of them brings a unique skill set, and Sophie's versatility means she can slot in wherever needed. Whether it's spacing the floor for Caitlin's playmaking or locking down a scorer on defense, Sophie's ability to adapt will make her a crucial piece of Indiana's game plan. Sophie's confidence in her abilities is crystal clear, and it's not just talk. She's putting in the work day in and day out, knowing that every drill and every shot counts. Her commitment to being in top shape, both physically and mentally, is evident from the way she talks about pushing herself to be faster, stronger, and more precise. It's that dedication that sets her apart and makes her an invaluable asset to this Fever squad. With her sharpshooting, gritty defense, and undeniable leadership, Sophie Cunningham is set to become one of the most dynamic players on the Fever roster. She's not just joining a team, she's changing the culture and raising the standard. Opponents better be ready because Sophie's out to prove that the Fever aren't just here to compete. They're here to contend for a championship. And there you have it. Sophie Cunningham's bold move to the Indiana Fever is more than just a roster change. It's a game changer. With her championship mindset, fierce leadership, versatile playstyle, and relentless drive to win, Sophie is ready to take the Fever to new heights. This could be the spark Indiana needs to become serious contenders in the WNBA. But now, it's your turn. What do you think about Sophie Cunningham joining the Fever? Do you believe her leadership and fiery attitude will make a difference? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated with the latest WNBA news, smash that like button, subscribe to WNBA Buzz, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. We're dropping new content every week to keep you in the loop. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Let me know if you need any tweaks or more content for your video.